Okay, so let's look in terms of the end of the week. This is what's currently happening, as pretty much expected that this is going to happen because there's no uh, lower high yet. However, a new lower low formed, especially with all these, but the last low was this guy. So overall, it's still based in an uptrend. Now that there's two longer wicks, I have no doubt that if a lower high will form, a peak will form, then either a new higher low or a new higher low somewhere here, or a new lower low will occur. And if you can see here, 1, 2, 3 days, but in actual fact, it created a hammer, touched the trend line once again, and then rebounded all the way to the upside. So I don't know whether if my target point got hit, because the low of this one was 43.76. Let me go here. 4 hours, 1 hour, that's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. Yeah, 12 o'clock, 43.76, 20. At midnight, then yeah, creating new higher highs from that higher low. And here you can see very clearly now lower high. You have a very bullish candle. You have all these as well. Target point is around 44.60, which is here within the supply. And if it goes through there, bam, then easy. So we said 44.60, somewhere there, or even here, because it's also really solid here, 44.42. But 1, 2, 3, once we'll see some form of a doji, lack of volume, where there's divergence over bought conditions, then I'm gonna go hard once again with this one. So I will I know I shared right there, but I'll go a little bit more in specifics because I just shared just an overview point in terms of a strategy. That, yeah, once you have the plan, it's so good. It went perfectly as planned.
So you're looking for a higher low on the daily, then once that happens, you're gonna push it for the way down, right? That's what
yes,
we're looking
a lower
for.
high. Once you see that
Lower high, yeah. Sorry.
Yep. It's okay. Once you get the doji happening, and like say here, somewhere here, see how there's increase in volume, right? Once they're gonna push it somewhere here, and you can see depletion of volume, and then once a doji happens, I'm gonna go hard on this one. So I'm gonna take that opportunity because, in my opinion, this 1, 2, 3, since a new lower low has been formed, a minor lower high has to form, and it also tested this trend line right there, so which is good. And hence, once that happens, lower high, lower low to retest this low back to 42.34. And if it does that, depending on what it'll do, bigger time frame, my opinion, this 32 all the way 36.8, 50 percentile. I'm still very optimistic that this is the correctional part, somewhere down there.
So in other words, on the monthly, that thing finishes a nice hammer or something, you're going to be a happy camper. You're going to be very confident on it.
If actually, I would prefer if by the end of the month finishes like around the 4400, somewhere there, somewhere here. Yeah. So which means that next week, if I'm bearish next week, till the end of basically what, August 26th? Yeah, 26th. Then you have 2 more days. So just imagine like 1, 2, it might creep up. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Then you'll see the monthly. You'll see the monthly more of a doji. If the doji will happen, This is gonna be sweet. So because notice, look at that.
Yeah.
There's not much volume. Like this is way definitely overbought, and in terms of oscillation. And September, October, ooh, 1 month it'll go. Any event like say what happened at the beginning of the week, right? You have the Taliban taking over Afghanistan. So anything like that, anything that's war-based, uncertainty hits, this is gonna tank.
Yeah, I got a feeling that somebody's going to have to pay for that over there. And yeah, I was thinking that myself, it could really hurt our economy.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah,
Cool. Cool.
I'm still bearish with it. VIX, I'm also bullish with it. This just has to happen. They need to correct before higher low. Dollar index, very nice. I'm a short-term correction, and likewise for oil. Now that is approach major demand here. Now I'm a buyer with oil. It looks really nice at this point in time, so it's a really good opportunity. Back to your demand area. I have no doubt some form of doji or even a piercing pattern would form through there. It's a form of reversal. This is way being battered, 69, 62, $6. I mean, that's peeling still. But it's okay.
Yeah.
UK oil, same. Currently now at demand. So within here, you have some confluence. So within the area of demand at this point as well. So looking really neat. Gold, they're just hovering between 2 points. They don't know where to go, but looking at the weekly time frame, currently the doji, I'm still bearish with it medium term, in my opinion. They need to fill in this gap. Likewise for oil, look at that, it's very bearish. That's why even though it's really good to buy back in, but also going to be aware that it's also very bearish at this point in time. Maybe they're going to push it down to even 58. This 58 signal, 58 level. UK oil, same. Yeah, it's very powerful compared to all this, right? So when the market is the same, when there's a lot of dojis, this is going to be violent at one point. This is going to be nice. So, but I want to be part of that.
Masari, I love it for like SPX500. It's that I really like Masari for SPX500. So
yeah. All right, let's look at the majors. So actually, let's go through. I know we did gold, copper. I'm also very bearish. It's sitting within the demand area on the other hand, but in my opinion, I believe this is gonna tank all the way down to 325 if calculation is correct, somewhere there around the 350, 325 area, but mainly within this demand. That's for the weekly. Daily time frame, it's just rebounding. Better to get a sell position around that 125 area, 129. TYX, same. It looks very bearish still at this point in time. That's why the VIX is currently, dollar index is currently lagging. So I know that it did break out, which is awesome. Talking about the dollar index on the weekly, looking really, really nice. I'm still forecasting that 97 since this one broke. So next one, 94.60. This one breaks easy down to around that 97 area. So medium long term, I'm bullish with the dollar index, definitely no doubt. And you can see it that very clearly there too on the monthly time frame. Shorter term though, finishes like this, and then I'm bullish with short term with the euro against the dollar. Weekly time frame, can't ignore it. This is very bearish. So I have no doubt there's some form of stability correction continuation. And if neckline gets broken, it's going to go back to 110 somewhere sometime in the long run. So long term, I am bearish. You can see it all the way down, back down here once this one breaks. And even more scarier is that it will create a new lower low somewhere sometime in the future, back to 105. So yeah, when that happens, increase in interest rates, at one point the economy will head back down. So, and everybody will go into the dollar. Aussie.
The euro's got big news Monday morning early. So.
Aussie is back to demand 70, around 70 cents, somewhere there, very bearish. However, also looking nice from a point of stability. But just because stability happens, though, there is still some room in order to get to 70.13. It's about 130, 120 pips to the downside on the daily. So I'm going to stay away from that for now, since medium term is bearish. Same thing with this. I need a proper higher low through there on a smaller term time frame. 4 hours just basically started, goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then long. Lower low, we need a higher low before it can come back up around somewhere there. So that's with euro. Pound, same thing. What's happening? Stabilizing at the level of demand, which is great. Weekly time frame, on the other hand, very powerful. No doubt it will break through 135. This same thing. This one breaks out back to around that 132 area. Down to 400 and something just in the downside. Daily time frame, stability. So good potential reversal. I know this is very volatile. It's easy to make 100 pips to the upside, and then once lower high can hits, we're going to be shorting this guy. So this one looks good for short term, long, medium term bearish. Kiwi, same, stabilizing itself, liking it. Weekly time frame, very bearish though, but already approaching level of demand. So some form maybe doji, then 1, 2, 3, 4, back to around 70, then boom, this is gonna fail. So yeah, a lot of great opportunities with for the majors against the dollar. Dollar CAD, man, it went to all the way to 129.50. This was really nice. You traded this, didn't you?
Yep, this was one of those that I purely went with intuition. It kept like, it's got to be close, and yeah, it paid off big time. So I listened.
Yeah,
so
that's good. So weekly, they're bullish, still continuation. Got to push it at 130. 128 got broken, and now back to 130, which is basically the free ride from there all the way to 133.37. And daily time frame, on the other hand, very nice as a gravestone doji. But if the price will come back up, I need a lower high. 4 hours already showing an evening star right there. Really nice. A lot of momentum. So it's holding within the moving averages. Daily, there's a big gap right there. So 300 pips, 200 to 300 pips to the downside. 1 hour is already showing some signs of weakness. However, better if you create the proper lower high somewhere. So then shorting would be a good one for this. All right, so that's with the dollar CAD. Let's look at the dollar Swiss. I got out. I didn't want to play. It's just 1, 2, 3. This is the dollar against the Swiss is weak. I don't know what's pushing the Swiss, to be honest, to the upside. I mean to the downside. I mean, yeah, to the upside. Unless it's gold, because gold is also part of that in terms of the Swiss. But we have a lower high here, so I'm bearish with it. I'm bearish with it as well. So even may come back down here before it can continue all the way to the upside. Monthly time frame, on the other hand, is still with the constraints of potential reversal. So longer term, I am bullish. Shorter term, medium term, short, medium term, I'm bearish. So yeah, got to be aware with that. Yeah, lower high. One more.
It's kind of following gold right now. Swiss is kind of following gold.
Exactly. And then dollar yen is now officially below the 8 of the 10. So from a lower high, I'm bearish on the dollar against the Japanese yen. Daily time frame, looking at that, another lower high. So I'm more of a short position or short rather than going long. All right. Any questions with the major against US dollar there, Perry?
No, I asked him on the SPX500, so that's all I can think of.
Cool. Let's look at the majors against the yen here quickly. Aussie yen still bearish. Daily time frame stability, so potential long from a form of correction. Euro yen, same potential correction. Weekly time frame depleting in volume, so there's a good opportunity here too. Overall, still based on an uptrend, whether you like it or not. So pound yen, very bearish with this. So stability somewhere here, 148. Nice doji. So it's a low risk, high probability, in my opinion. 149, 148, like 100 pips. 100 pips stop loss to make 200 pips. So there's approximately 2 to 1 reward to risk ratio there. So it looks looking good. Swiss yen, weekly, stabilizing itself, potential long. And daily time frame, potential long tomorrow and higher low, easy. CAD yen stabilize itself, looking really neat. However, it's also very bearish. Despite with that one, back to around 87, 86.50, 87, about 100 to 150 pips. And there's some great opportunities, definitely. Kiwi, same. Stability back to 76. So about 100 pips, 120 pips to the upside. Weekly time frame, also very bearish on the other hand. So I can't ignore that weeklies are very bearish. However, short-term potential correction, low risk, high probability. So that's really it for the week market update there. Perry, do you have any questions?
So which one's your favorite? Like
right now, my favorite is the euro dollar. There is a potential right there because of the dollar index. Any majors, pound against the US dollar, low risk, high probability, because this one's also volatile. I like this one. Kiwi, I like it as well. Dollar CAD, I like it as well. However, I need to wait for that lower high to hit. Dollar Swiss.
So on that one, you're looking for lower high. You're talking like go to 4 hours or whatever to see it, like kind of come back up on the 4 hour and then where you're looking to short it.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Because that's 100 pips to the downside right there. Top to bottom is 100 pips because this one's been volatile. So around 50 to 70, 80 pips, and then bam, gonna short this guy. Okay. Dollar Swiss.
So you kind of see a stair step. You're thinking seeing a stair step up on the 4 hour and then nail it. Cool.
Exactly.
Cool.
That's what we want.
Yep.
Dollar Swiss, same. I'm bearish with it. Dollar yen, I am actually bearish with the dollar yen. You wanna see this because that lower high probability will head back down here, back to 109.18. Easy. Can go all the way back down there. Lower high, lower low.
So if it would finish an evening star on the 4 hour, that would be one of those to maybe trade tonight at closing, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, and then all the majors against the yen also have really good opportunities. So it's just a matter of timing.
Yeah, I like the pounds because it's the lowest risk with the highest rewards.
Yeah,
that's the ones I like.
Exactly. So. The pound, yeah, this is also really good. Low risk there's a 2 to 1 reward to risk ratio right there.